Hello there, everybody. Thank you so much for stopping by for tonight's broadcast as I adjust the camera. We're going to start off with 5 minutes of Reiki, and then we're going to follow that up with readings with tarot cards for those of you who have questions or want a message from Spirit. And so for the Reiki, for those of you who don't know what Reiki is good for, it's good for anything that is medical. It helps to facilitate more speedy healing. And then if you have something that the doctors really don't know what's up, it helps with that too, with just healing, period. It also helps to balance and align the chakras. And it helps with relationship issues. It helps with mental and emotional issues. It helps with even financial issues. So lots of things that Reiki can help with. What I'm doing is I'm setting the intention for whatever will be for your highest and best good for each of you as individuals. So we're going to go ahead and start 5 minutes of Reiki, and we're going to start that right now. So starting Reiki at 39 after the hour, and so we'll be finishing it up at 44 after the hour. Welcome, welcome to everybody that's in here. Thank you for the thumbs up. Whoever gave me that thumbs up, I do appreciate it. All the love that you guys show this channel is just amazing and wonderful, over the top, helpful, and beneficial, so I do appreciate it. I'm already feeling a lot of Reiki flowing out, so maybe to some of you who are here now, maybe also to some of these who are watching later on, but we have a lot of Reiki going into the base chakra, the sacral chakra, and the solar plexus, as well as the heart chakra. So all of that torso area. So this could be anybody with digestive issues going on. This could be healing for that. But also this is going to have to do with things that make us feel secure. So family, home, job, things like that. With the sacral chakra, this is going to have to do with balancing our perception of things, how things look to us, feel to us, sound to us, taste to us, that kind of good stuff. And then with the solar plexus, that has to do with how we express ourselves in the world. So whoever is receiving that energy there, you should expect to see some changes there. You literally have a tummy ache. Well, then I may be feeling this Reiki going out to you as well as other people, AP. Lena, hello, hello, welcome. Glad you're here, my dear. Thank you guys for the thumbs ups. I appreciate it. Let's see. What else do we need to talk about? Oh, we also had heart chakra. And heart chakra has to do with getting the emotions into balance. If we feel like we're a little unbalanced emotionally, feeling a little triggered, then this helps us come into a more balanced and more healthy place emotionally as well. I'm feeling now some energy going into some people's crown chakras and throat chakras actually as well. Crown chakra has to do with bringing into a more healthy balance our relationship with the divine and our communication with it. That's not even a word. Communication with the divine as well. And the throat chakra does have to do with our communication, being able to tell our truest truth in a way that's not going to just cut somebody down, but to be able to tell our truest truth in a healthy way, not being holding back on our emotions and expressing them, but expressing them in a healthy way that's not going to be hurting other people as well. So lots of energy going out tonight already, just from the get-go. As soon as I open the gate, we've only got 2 minutes left of Reiki, and I'm already talking all about where all it's going. Jessica, welcome, welcome. Glad you're here. Jessica is my surrogate niece, one of my surrogate nieces. I have many of those, but she's one. Glad you could be here. All right, so 2 more minutes of Reiki, and then after that, we're going to switch over to doing affirmations, messages from Spirit, answering specific questions. We're not there yet, but we will be there soon. Thank you to all of you who have put thumbs up, so I do appreciate it. I do appreciate all the love that you guys give this channel and all the support that you give to me. Those of you who are interested in a private reading or a private Reiki session, you can find all my contact information on the website that's listed in the description box below. Those of you who have not been into this room for a live stream lately, then you definitely want to check out the description box below so you know what's going to be happening here in a couple of minutes. One more minute as soon as we finish up the Reiki. And then you'll have an understanding of how to interact in the chat so that you can get whatever help it is that you would like from me. Whoop, whoop. I love these little live sessions because that is a way for me to get to know you guys better on a more individual basis. It's so much better than just talking to the camera. So thank you guys very much for being here. All right, let's wrap up some Reiki, shall we? Okay, guys, if you want a message from Spirit, pop that up into the window. If you have a specific question, pop that into the window. If you want help creating an affirmation to help you manifest whatever it is that you want in your life, just say the word affirmation in that chat window and then tell me what you want your affirmation to help you accomplish. And we will go from there. La da 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 da, la da da da. I know there's a little bit of a delay, guys. So sorry. Well, I'm waiting on you guys to pop something in the window. Oh, there you go. Elena Message from Spirit. I'm going to clear my cards real quick so that we are ready to go. So Elena's going to be first. We've got a message from Spirit coming up first. La da da, la da da. Chef, yeah, welcome, welcome. Have you been in here before, Chef? Not sure if I remember you in the room before or not. Welcome. Double welcome if you haven't been. Everybody, too, if you like these types of videos where you guys get to interact, make sure that you subscribe and hit the notification bell so you know the next time I go live. I do post other things, so you'll hear about those things, too. But if you want to catch me live and you have a question on your mind or whatever, that's the best way to do it is with that notification bell. La, da, da, da. Oh, but who did you hear them from? You're going to make me blush, aren't you? All right, so let me get my list started off here. Elena's going to be first. Hello there, Shannon. Glad to see you here. La da da da, Elena, and then after that, we're going to do a message for Chef. And then after that, we've got a message for Jessica. I don't think Jessica's ever got a message from me before, even though she's my surrogate niece. Shannon is up next. After that, we have Anne. Alrighty. And everybody wants a message from Spirit at this point. Okay. Okay, so right now we've already got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people in line. You guys can check the description if you want to figure out how to butt to the front of the line. But otherwise, I'm just going to take y'all in the order that I wrote you down. Okay, so Lena up first. Message from Spirit for Ms. Lena. What would you like to talk to her about, please? Everybody, if you like this type of video, please put a thumbs up on the video and also share it with others as well. I'm sure others would like to be able to participate also. So, Chef, you didn't tell me where you heard nice things from. Now I'm curious. Who's talking about me? My ears weren't even burning. Okay, Ms. Lena, your situation. 9 of Swords showing up in reverse. Covered by the Empress in reverse. Also, Mary for a message from Spirit. Okay. All right, so Nine of Swords in reverse with the Empress in reverse. What do we have here from Miss Lena? Oh, okay, so Miss Lena, you're in an interesting situation, honey bunny, because I think you've been really stressed out about something, and what you're finding is that by being stressed out about that thing, you're actually manifesting more of it in your life. With that Empress in reverse, she's my mistress manifester, where our magician or our shaman is the master manifester. This is our mistress manifester. And she does manifest with more feminine energy. In other words, she lets the universe know what she wants, and then she just gets out of the way and lets the universe do what they need to do. As far as the master manifester, he lets the universe know what he wants, and then he gets out of there and he's doing the hustle to make it come in. So for us to manifest anything, we need both sides of that. We need the feminine and we need the masculine way of manifesting things. So it looks to me like you've been very active in the feminine way of manifesting things, but the problem is you haven't been manifesting what you want because you've been focused more and thinking more about what you don't want, what you're afraid of, what you're nervous about. And so you've been bringing in those things that stress you out. And now with this Nine of Swords showing up in reverse, this is telling me that now you've manifested enough of the stuff that you really don't want that you're kind of like, I give up. I just give up. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I just give up. That's where you are. You've manifested some things you don't want, and now you're just like, you're turning loose of it. You're giving up. Probably the best thing you could do right now, to be honest with you, because as long as you're focused on that negative and you're bringing in more and more negative, if you can quit focusing on that topic completely altogether, that's what's going to help you to move forward in it. Start focusing on other things that make you happy, and that'll help you start bringing in more things that make you happy, even bleeding over to this topic sooner or later. Okay, so that's our situation, Miss Lena. Let's look at the advice on the cards. Two of Cups shows up as your first bit of advice. Two of Coins, I should say. Six of Wands shows up in reverse. Ooh, and the Moon. Look at that. You got some mystery going on here, Miss Lena. Okay, so advice here with this Two of Coins, this tells me that, yes, you've got a lot on your plate, but you're handling it. And it's good that you're handling it. So it's not time to put down any responsibilities right now and focus on one heavy duty. Everything that you've got on your plate right now is stuff that it's good for you to continue to focus on. Here's a little heads up. With that Six of Clubs in reverse, there's not anybody giving you a little pat on the back or saying, atta girl. That's just not happening in your life. You're the only one really encouraging yourself whenever this card shows up like this. Okay, and Spirit is saying, make sure that you do encourage yourself. Make sure that you find ways to appreciate what you have done, what you are doing, how far you've come from where you were 2 months ago or 2 weeks ago. Okay, so find ways to appreciate yourself, even when nobody else is. We don't care if anybody else is, really. That doesn't matter. All right, and then we've got the Moon card as your last bit of advice, and this is basically saying, don't tell everybody what you're trying to manifest. Okay. And a lot of times the reason we don't want to tell other people what we're trying to manifest is because they have a hard time believing it for us. Either they think that we just can't do it. And so that's not productive for us to hear at all. Because then what if we start to believe them? Then we can't really do it, because whatever we can believe, that's what we can do. And then the other reason not to tell people what you're working on manifesting is because people get jealous. When they do think that you can do it, then they get jealous, and then they throw up roadblocks as well. So there's a couple reasons why you should keep things quiet. Just keep them under that tongue. Okay? So don't tell people what you're really trying to manifest. Keep all those plates in the air that you've got in the air right now. You need them all. Make sure that you're giving yourself those pats on the back and the atta girls, because nobody else is. Okay? That's what I've got for you, Ms. Elena. That's so true. You're quite welcome. Quite welcome. Okay, next up we've got Chef. Chef, are you still in the room? You never did tell me who was telling you nice things about me. I'm not sure Chef is still in the room, so I think I'm going to skip over Chef right now, and we're going to move on to Jessica. Jessica. By the way, guys, piggyback messages are a thing. So if you notice that I'm reading for somebody else, and it seems like it's resonating for you, then you want to take that part of the message that's resonating for you and you want to make productive use of it in your life. However, if it is not resonating, please don't try to stretch it, scrunch it, stomp on it, squish it, make it wet and wring it out or anything else to make it fit. Just recognize that that message is not for you. Let it go by you to the person that it needs to get to. Okay? Her name is Shay. Oh, I don't know that I know a Shay. Okay, so Chef is here. So instead of skipping on to Jessica, we're going to go ahead and look at Chef. Thank you, thank you. Well, tell Shay, thank you for saying nice things about me. La da 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 da. Okay, message from Spirit for Chef. What would you like to talk to Chef about today? La da 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 da. Here we go. Sorry, Jessica. You'll have to hold your horses a little bit, honey bunny. I know patience is not your strong thing, but you can do it. Okay. Ba-da-da-da. Okay, Chef, here's your situation. 7 of Clubs, covered by the World card. Okay, so here's what I think's going on with you right now, Chef. Thank you, Ms. Jessica, for understanding. I think that you are keeping a lot of people kind of at arm's distance. You're not participating in things right now or in situations right now that don't help you reach a goal or a target that you have in mind, something that you want to complete. And it seems to me like you're putting everything else on the back burner until this is taken care of. Okay, so that's your situation right now, Mr. Chef. I'm assuming you're a Mr. Maybe you're not. Best advice for you, Chef, shows up as the Sun. The High Priestess in reverse. That's interesting advice. And the Page of Coins in reverse. Well, let's talk about the Sun first, and then let's see what comes to me about the rest. Okay? So the Sun talks about doing those things that you enjoy doing that make you feel happy, satisfied, fulfilled, and productive. This says do those things. And this also talks about doing those things without anybody breathing down your neck or looking over your shoulder, trying to set deadlines or tell you how to do this. Be your own creative self and enjoy it. Okay? That's your first bit of advice, Chef. Second thing, with the High Priestess in reverse, I really need to feel in about this. Oh, this is about other people. This kind of confuses other people. I think that your barriers that you've put up are just recent because you've got people around you that are totally confused about the idea that, you know, you're doing what you want to do. You're doing you, boo. And this confuses them because usually you let them manipulate you and twist your arm and draw you into doing whatever it is that they want to do. So they're feeling pretty confused right now. Like they don't know, does Chef still care about me? Does Chef still love me? Why is Chef doing this? Is he mad at me? What's going on here? They really like this card, the High Priestess in reverse. This is somebody who really seriously does not know up from down. Or as my dad used to say, they don't know their ass from a hole in the ground. Okay? So this is somebody who is totally, completely befuddled and confused because of you putting your priorities first and doing those things that make you feel very happy. Okay? Now, with the Page of Coins showing up in reverse, this just means that when you notice that this person is confused, or if you have already noticed that this person is confused, it's not a bad idea to let them know why you're choosing the choices that you've chosen, just to kind of help bring them out of confusion. It's not a bad idea to let them know, look, I really need to focus on this right now. This just has to be my priority at the moment. It's not anything about you. It's not anything personal. It's just that this is what I'm doing right now. That alleviates some of their confusion. And also, sometimes when people get confused, they can cause a lot of drama. They can do some really wild and crazy and unpredictable things that then you have to deal with later on. So if you're clear with them about what's going on, that's going to minimize some of that drama and some of that instability that comes from insecurity. Okay? That's best advice for you. All right, so okie dokie. That was Chef. All right, let's see. Who's up next? Jessica. Jessica, you are up next, my dear. Thank you for all the thumbs ups. Everybody that's new in the room and that would like to see how you participate in this, all you have to do is read the description box below. Right now, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 messages to deliver. In the description box, you can see how to jump to the front of the line if you choose to do that, but you don't have to do that. Not necessary. I only stay here for an hour. I've still got 40 minutes to go. Okay, Jessica, Jessica, Jessica. If you want to, if I didn't say it, I can't remember if I said it or not. If you guys want to participate in more live streams like this, then go ahead and subscribe and hit the notifications bell so you know the next time I go live. I do post other things on this channel as well, but there's no other way to really know when I'm going live. You're quite welcome, quite welcome. By the way, if anybody would like to have an actual reading with me, like a personal private reading where there's nobody else standing around watching, then you can check out my website, and that's in the description box below. All my contact information is on that website. Jessica, Sun card showing up in reverse, covered by the 3 of Cups. Ooh, I like it. Okay, so Jessica, Sun card in reverse can mean a few different things. But for me, with this cover card, this is telling me that we're talking about some type of situation where you are enjoying your time, doing something that makes you feel good, happy, satisfied, productive, and you're not doing it by yourself. You're doing it with somebody else, or maybe even a group of somebody else's, okay? Now, with my 3 of Cups, this tells me that we're talking about friends or tribe members that you're doing this with. So that was kind of the tip off of what my Sun in reverse is, because it can also be other things. We don't need to go into that. Anyway, so this is talking about having a good time with friends, doing something that you really enjoy doing, and enjoying the people that you're around as you do it. Friends or tribe members or family. For me, family and tribe are kind of one and the same. Family is blood, tribe is not, but it's pretty much the same. Okay, so there's your situation, Ms. Jessica. Ms. Jessica, let's see about your best advice around this situation. We've got the Hanged Man showing up in reverse. We like him in reverse. He looks like he's dancing a jig. That always makes me happy. Now, King of Coins in reverse. We don't like him in reverse so much. We'll talk about that in a minute. And 8 of Cups in reverse. Okay, so the Hanged Man in reverse, like I said, he looks like he's dancing a jig. To me, this is talking about that you've actually already thought about this situation, maybe even planned out this situation. You have in your mind what this would look like ideally for you, Miss Jessica. And so the advice is it's time to take action. It's time to invite people. It's time to make this happen. It's no more, it looks like you've been waiting to do this for a while. The time for waiting is sort of done with. Not sort of. The time for waiting is done with that Hanged Man in reverse. It's time to dance your jig. Okay, time to do your thing. Now, with that King of Coins coming up in reverse, this is saying that you may not feel like you have enough money to do this. All right. So that's okay. Do this on a low budget version. I know you're creative and I know you can find a way to do something on a low budget version of what you had in mind. So this is just adjust that budget so that you can do this and you can move forward. You don't want to wait on this forever. If you wait until you have the money, when are you really going to have the money? There's always a priority. There's always kids. There's always work clothes. There's always this, that, and the other. So find a way to do it low budget. All right. And then the 8 of Cups in reverse. This tells me that whatever this is that you're doing, you should also plan on coming back around and doing it again every so often, whether it's every month, every couple of months, every week, whatever it is. You should plan on doing it every so often. This just only is going to strengthen your support group whenever you do that. Okay. So that's what I've got for you, Ms. Jessica. I hope it makes sense. You were awful quiet while I was reading for you, so Hope you're still in the room. All right, so that was Jessica. Those of you who are new in the room, check out the description box so you can see what is going on here. And then go ahead and put whatever comment you would like to in the chat box so I know how I can help you. Let's see. Shannon, you're up next. I hope you're still in the room, Miss Shannon. La da 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 da. Shannon Christensen. Awesome, awesome, good. Okay, so now I'm going to be nosy. What are you planning on doing? Whoop, whoop. There's Shannon. Here we go. Here we go. Message from Spirit for Miss Shannon. Guys, thank you for all the thumbs ups. I do appreciate it. Those of you who are newcomers, feel free to join in. I'm basically just helping people, whoever wants their help. Whoever wants some help today. So check out the description box and then jump in whatever way you would like. Ms. Shannon. La, la, la. You guys hear the neighbor's dog? To me, he sounds really loud. I don't know if this microphone's picking him up or not. All right, Shannon. What do we have here? He is laughing. You guys hear him too then. Okay. Sorry, there's not anything I can do about that. Okay, so Queen of Cups showing up in reverse, other than putting soundproofing up in the room, which I have not gotten around to yet. Plus covered by the 9 of Swords. Okay. Oops, ouch. Hello there, universe. Welcome, welcome. What kind of help would you like today, honey bunny? There's 3 people in front of you, counting the person I'm reading today, but let me know if you want a message from Spirit, if you have a question, or if you need help with an affirmation, my dear. Yep, that's Miles. Alrighty, so Queen of Cups showing up in reverse, covered by the 9 of Swords. Shannon, I feel bad for you, honey, because I have totally been in this situation before. Queen of Cups in reverse is my person who has just put up with stuff and 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 tried to pretend that everything is okay. You're the one who sent me Chef. Yay, well, thank you. He told me your first name, and I was like, I don't think I know anybody with that name. All right, so he also told me that you're great, just so you know. Okay, so anyway, Queen of Cups in reverse, Shannon, is somebody who's put up with so much stuff and tried to pretend that it's okay and not rock the boat, but really she's suppressing all of those emotions. She's just trying to keep things okay, trying to keep things level. So she's not saying anything about these things that are bothering her, but they're bothering her, okay? Let's see. Aw, thanks, Mary. You are on the list because Jessica asked for you. You've got, besides Shannon, there's one more person in front of you, and I'm reading for Shannon right now. Okay, so then we've got, with the 9 of Swords over this, okay, first of all, let's back up. Queen of Cups is suppressed, and she's suppressed, when she comes up in reverse, she's suppressed to the point that now somebody has triggered her. So Shannon, I feel like either you have been or you will be soon, have been triggered or will be triggered. And I think that basically what's happened is something that you've been suppressing your feelings about, trying to act like everything's okay. Somebody's going to put the last straw on that camel's back, or they already did. I'm not sure where we are in time. They're going to put that last straw on the camel's back, and you're going to lose your shit, man. This is like an emotional, volcanic explosion, okay? This is not pretty. This isn't pretty by anybody's standards. And trust me, I've been there. I have definitely done it. And Jessica, who was in the room earlier, can attest to the fact that I have done it too. So I understand that. And here's the thing with the 9 of Swords covering. This is telling me that after you have this volcanic explosion, you're going to be really stressed out about it because that's not normal you. And you're just going to be like, oh my gosh, now what? Okay, so I totally get it. Been there. Let's look at best advice here. Best advice. Okay. King of Swords showing up. Death card showing up in reverse. For you guys that have been watching me a long time, you know I would never call a card the Death card. Oh my gosh, what were they thinking? How about we just call it Transformation and be done with it and not scare the holy bejesus out of people? Followed by the Page of Clubs. Okay, so for your advice, first of all, King of Swords. After you've had your explosion and you're stressing out about it, don't let yourself be triggered by the idea that you've had this explosion. Think this thing through logically. Think about why you had this explosion and think about, okay, what really needs to be talked about here. Because probably, first of all, you're going to want to apologize for actually exploding at somebody because they weren't expecting it. To be fair with them, they didn't know this was even bothering you because you were suppressing it. So this kind of blindsided them. And so the first thing is we have to kind of apologize about it. But we also have to say, but while we're talking about this, there are some issues that we really kind of need to discuss that have been driving me crazy for a while. And it's not fair that you don't know what they are, so you don't have a chance to fix them. So you want to have that discussion. So you want to be very logical about what this actually needs to be about, what you actually need to talk about and what you don't. You know, you want to make sure that when you have this discussion, also you're very logical. You want to take the emotion really out of it. And you just want to handle it in a very matter-of-fact way. Because if you get emotional about this, again, already the person is a little bit shell-shocked and traumatized by your first explosion. So if you get emotional about it again, they are going to be like little deer skittering out to the meadow trying to get away from you. Okay, so you've got to be logical about approaching this. All right, so first bit of advice with this King of Swords is handle this logically. All right. Now, with Death in reverse, this is a really telling card. This is basically a heads up that even after you handle this logically, I don't really see a whole lot changing in this situation. All right? Even though it should, I don't see it actually changing. All right? And then, that's just a heads up. That's not saying don't try to handle it. It's just a heads up. All right? And then, we have the Page of Clubs, which says, once you have noticed that nothing really is changing after this conversation, now basically you want to put this person on notice. Hey, I see that nothing is really changing here. Nothing is really happening. So I have to do my own thing. I have to do what makes me happy. And you're not giving them an ultimatum. You're not saying you've got so much longer to make this happen. You're saying, I have seen your response to my request, and now I am going to do something that makes me happy because this hasn't. Okay? It's not up for negotiation. It's just that you're having the courtesy to let this person know. Okay? So that's your advice, Miss Shannon. Theseus, hello, hello. I haven't seen you in a long time, honey bunny. Glad you're back in the room. Saya. Oh, thank you, thank you. So what kind of reading do you want, Saya? Do you want a message from Spirit? Do you have a specific question, or do you want help building an affirmation? Same thing, Theseus. Let me know how I can help you. I'm going to be here for 26 more minutes. Right now, I've got 3 people on the list to help. If you check out the description box, you can also see how to jump to the front of the list if you feel like you need to. I'm only going to be here just a limited time. I'm only staying an hour today. Okay, so you're right in the middle of that, Shannon? Well, you got a piggyback again, didn't you? You always get piggybacks. Universe, I've got you on the list right now. Mikey, let's add Mikey. Okay. Let's see. Shivani, that's beautiful. Okay, so Shivani has a question. Okay, guys, I'm going to tell you who all is on the list. at this point. Shivani, hold on to that question. You may want to copy and paste it whenever I get closer to time for you. Shakoya, hello, hello, welcome. Glad to see you here, my dear. It seems painful. And I don't know why you would do that. You're already on the list. You are already on the list. I'm not allowing you to skip. You can take your self-esteem and just hike it up a little bit higher than it is, my dear. All right? The only way you're skipping is if somebody butts in front of you so many times that I can't get to you before an hour's done. All right. Anne is up next. After Anne is Mary. After Mary is Universe Love. After Universe Love is Mikey. After Mikey is Shivani, aka Sia. Sia. Exits. Okay. Thank you guys for all the thumbs ups on this video. Also, thank you for sharing this video. The more people I get to help, the happier I am. Those of you who are interested in your own private reading, check out my website. All my contact information is there. You can reach out to me and we can get something scheduled for you. Okay, so Anne, message for... I know you are, honey bunny. You're already in line, though. There's Miss Angela. Hello, hello. Oh, I didn't even see you in the session before. Let me put you after Sia. I'm glad you said something. I was like, how come you didn't say hi? All right. Okay. Angela, I want you to let me know which angel numbers you see the most commonly. Because different ones mean very particular different things. Okay. And I'm not going to go through all of them. So which ones you see most commonly is important. All right, so right now we're looking at Anne, message from Spirit. Anne, what you have showing up here is the Magician, covered by the Five of Swords in reverse. Okay, look at you. We like it. This is you making things happen that you want to have happen in your life and in your experience. And part of what you're making happen is you're bringing peace to a situation. So you're being very successful in getting things to calm down and in watering down some of the drama, letting things be more peaceful and less dramatic around you. Okay, we like that. We like that a lot. Okay, best advice for you on this. Yippee skippy. Okay, so we start with the Ten of Swords showing up in reverse. And Five of Coins showing up in reverse as well. And Eight of Coins. Okay, so first of all, with that Ten of Swords showing up in reverse, Miss Anne, this tells me that the situation that you have brought peace to, unfortunately, this peace is just going to be temporary. I hate to say that, but my Ten of Swords in reverse, my key that I remember this card by is this phrase: it ain't over, baby. That's pretty much what the Ten of Swords says. Something that you thought you had put to sleep and put to bed, nay, it's coming back up. It's coming back up. It's being resurrected for you to actually deal with until it's finally put to bed for permanently. But for right now, it's not permanently. It's going to be coming back up, okay? Best advice. Five of Coins showing in reverse. This is interesting because I'm not sure which way this should go. I think that you'll know when I'm talking to you. But Five of Coins in reverse talks to me about this idea of being included socially. At least it does in this read. So this is an idea of you want to make sure that you're not distancing yourself from your support network, from your friends, from any colleagues that you may be working with on some of your volunteer stuff or whatever, okay? You want to make sure that your network is still alive and active and you're still participating in it so that you don't start to feel like you're alone in dealing with the drama. And I'm going to say the cray-cray because that's what Spirit is saying, the drama and the cray-cray. You don't want to feel like you're alone dealing with drama and cray-cray. You want to be able to realize that there's other people out there doing it too, and they have good ideas about how to handle it. Okay? And then the 8 of coins. Do your work. Whatever your work is, whatever it is that you do to make yourself feel productive in the community, you want to do that. And you want to focus on that. You don't want to focus on the drama and the cray-cray. The more you focus on the drama and the cray-cray, the more it grows. So you want to keep talking to your friends, not even necessarily about this, but yeah, it doesn't hurt to have a shoulder to cry on for sure. But you don't want that to be everything you're talking about. But keep your support network alive and functioning well. Stay involved with them. And also work on whatever it is you work on. Don't let this drama shut the rest of your life down. You don't want to revolve your life around this drama, is basically what this is saying. Yeah, the drama's going on. Spirit's acknowledging that it's there, but Spirit is also guiding you to focus on other places as well. Okay? Because if you focus on other things, that helps you to have a happier, more successful life than if you're focusing on this and bringing in more by your focus on it. You're quite welcome, Miss Ann. All right, Mary's up next. Mary, Mary, Mary. So guys, Mary, I don't actually have any biological sisters. Mary is one of the few people in this world that I call a sister. But there's like 3 people that I call sister, and Mary is one of them. Okay, so message from Spirit for Miss Mary. After Mary is Universe Love, then Mikey, then Shivani, then Angela. As long as I get to y'all before my time is up, I've got like, 19 more minutes? Okay. Mary, message from Spirit. If you guys want to butt to the front of the line, there are instructions about how to do that. If you feel like your question is super important, you are encouraged to do that. Or if you would like to get a private reading, you can find my contact information on my website and we can schedule one of those. All right, Mary's message from Spirit. La, da, 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 da. And guys, seriously, I'm not cheating. We don't get to talk near as much as I would like to. So I don't know too much about what's going on in our life. I know bits and pieces. Okay, so what does Spirit want to talk to you about? We have the Page of Coins covered by the 5 of Clubs in reverse. I like this actually. So this talks about some kind of good news about money or material goods. And with the page or the 5 of Clubs covering that, that means where there's been a lot of drama and distraction and scattered energy around some kind of good news about money or material goods, that is now dissipated. That's gone. Okay? No more distractions. I think if you haven't already heard some kind of good news about money or material goods, you will be soon. Soon as in within the next 3 days. All right, best advice around that, whenever you get this message. First piece of advice is the Queen of Clubs. Okay. Second piece of advice is the 8 of Swords. Third piece of advice is the Page of Cups. Okay, so with this Queen of Clubs, this talks to me a lot about your personality. I happen to know your sign, so this would definitely be a queen that would be in your suit. Like this would totally fit for your astrological sun sign. But more about this is basically you're somebody who is really independent. You know, you don't depend on other people. And so it's saying, you know, whenever you get this message about money or material goods, that's a positive message. You want to be thinking about your own self-sufficiency, your own independence. It doesn't hurt to encourage other people, and I know you do that all the time with the material goods and the finances that you have, but you also want to remember yourself as well, and you want to make sure that you are making sure your own position is stable before you are doling out to everybody else. Okay? Now, with the 8 of Swords following up with this, this is saying take some time to think about what you want to do with this good news about money. Okay, so take some time to really prioritize where you want this to go. So, you just don't want it to burn a hole in your wallet. You want to take some time to think about all this. And if I know you probably already have quite a bit, but this is kind of definitely looking at every angle, thinking about it from every angle, and really strategizing. And then when we have the Page of Cups, this kind of goes back a little bit to what I said about making sure your foundation is strong. This talks about give yourself some kind of gift, give yourself some kind of reward. It's not saying take all of that money and do this, but allow yourself to celebrate yourself, even just a little. Okay? Celebrate yourself. Make sure your foundation's strong before you start helping other people. Take your time to think about what you actually want to do and find some way to celebrate yourself. Possibly some way around water. I'm picking up some way around water. Trip to Colorado. Oh, yeah, we're going to hit the hot springs if you come out here. Woo, woo. Yay. All right, so let's see. That was Mary. Next, let's do Universe Love. Those of you who are new to this room, check out the description box. You can see how you can participate in this chat. I'm going to be here for about 14 more minutes. I try to stay for an hour whenever I show up here. Let's see. And then go ahead and throw yourselves up in the chat box. And let's take care of business. So Universe Love is next, then Mikey, then Shivani, then Angela, as long as I get to you all before I run out of time. You're quite welcome. I don't know if I'm going to get to everybody before I run out of time. I guess we'll see. I'm thinking I can get to at least 2 people, maybe 3. Alrighty. Universe Love, message from Spirit. Universe Love, are you still in the house? Universe Love. Everybody, thank you for putting a thumbs up on this video, and thank you for sharing this video with others too so that they can participate as well. The more I get to help, the happier I am. Yay! Alrighty. Universe Love is planting some seeds, man. Hope they're good seeds. If I know you, Universe Love, I'm sure they are. Okay, so let's look at your situation. Boy, we've got a lot of coins in your situation. 16 coins. So you start off with the 7 of coins, covered by the 9 of coins in reverse. Blech. Okay, Universe Love, I think that you've got some kind of payday that has come in or that will be coming in soon, but I think it's going to be short. I don't think they're going to pay you everything that they owe you. That's what's coming up for me with that. That looks definitely like missing money to me. Okay. I feel like my lips are getting dry. I hope you guys will excuse me while I fix that. So payday, short some money, whether that has happened already recently or whether it will. If it hasn't happened, I think that's coming up within the next 3 days. What's today, Sunday? That would be Wednesday. That'd be pretty soon. Okay, anyway, let's look at your best advice. Page of Clubs showing up in reverse. King of Swords showing up in reverse. And my 7 of Clubs also showing up in reverse. Okay, best advice. Best advice is you're going to have to talk to somebody about this. You're going to have to go to HR or whoever is in charge of pay and say, hello, I worked so many hours here and you only paid me for so many minus 10 or whatever it might happen to be. I'm just coming up with numbers off the top of my head. Okay. So, or, I was due this bonus and it didn't happen, whatever. You're going to have to talk to them and you're going to have to say, I'm kind of less than thrilled about this. All right. Now, King of Swords in reverse. This is not my favorite guy. Okay. King of Swords in reverse just means that whoever is taking care of the records and turning them into whoever it is you have to talk to is going to be like, no. My records are perfect. There's no way those could be wrong. This is what I've got. Yippee skippy. So here's what you're going to have to do. 7 of clubs showing up in reverse. You're going to have to say, no, I kept notes on the hours that I worked, and this is what I have for each day. And you're going to have to show them your notebook. So I would say, if you haven't already got your hours down on paper, I would start putting them down on paper now while you can think about them. Or the bonuses that you're supposed to get, I would put them down while you can think about them. Don't wait until after you're frustrated with this at Yahoo and take it into HR right off the bat. That way you preclude Mr. Yahoo saying, but my records say, okay, maybe you need to keep better records. All right. So you need to keep good records because you're going to have to show where this Yahoo has not got his stuff together before you can get your paycheck right. All right. And I would say keep an eye on your paycheck too. Don't just assume people are right. And honestly, that's for everybody. You all should be paying attention to your paycheck. Don't assume people are right just because they're writing out the checks. Ever. Okay? Even people with the best intentions can make mistakes. And sometimes people don't have the best intentions. Let's be real. Okay, Mikey's up next. Mikey. Is Mikey still in the room? After Mikey, we have Shivani and then Angela. I've got 9 more minutes. Definitely we're going to be able to hit Mikey and probably Shivani. I don't know if we'll get Angela. If you guys want to jump to the front of the line, you guys can see how to do that in the description box below this video. Mikey, you still in the room, buddy? I know there's a delay here. Okay, awesome. Thank you for letting me know that. Here we go. Okay. Mikey's another one of my surrogate people. He's a surrogate nephew. All right, here's your situation, Mr. Mike. Devil card showing up in reverse. Knight of clubs covering. Okay. I know way too much about your life. This could be skewing my reading a little bit. Jello, Burns. Hello. Take a peek in the description box so you know what's going on here, my dear. I'm going to be here about 7 more minutes. And if you want to participate in a video like this again, please hit subscribe and the notification button. All right, so Devil in reverse covered by the Knight of Clubs. This just tells me that you have a really good idea that you're taking action on to try to get somebody to be less obsessive about things. Could this have to do with what we talked about yesterday? I bet you it does. All right, so let's look at best advice for you and this idea of doing something to get people to be backing off of their obsession. Excuse me. Best advice shows up as the 10 of Swords. I like that card for this. Followed by the Page of Swords in reverse. Ho. 9 of Clubs in reverse. This is interesting. So the 10 of Swords talks about bringing something to an end. And this is actually something that has been a long-term source of tension or debate. Okay? I feel that it does too. I'm not going to be super specific right here because it's, we're in public. But I know you know. Anyway, 10 of Swords talks about bringing something to an end that has been a long-term source of debate or tension. And so this would just be basically shutting it down. This is you saying, you know what, I refuse to participate in this anymore. I refuse to hear that anymore. I refuse to talk about that anymore. If this is what you want to talk about with me, I have nothing to say. You know, silence. Going into radio silence when this topic is brought up. Okay? If this person wants to bring up other things, like maybe things that you're both actually responsible for, that live and walk around and talk and are cute as can be, then yeah, you can talk about that. But this other gossipy silliness, no. Just don't even engage. Okay? Now, Page of Swords in reverse. This talks about the stalking specifically. Page of Swords in reverse is about stalking. Okay? So this is like when somebody says something that clearly indicates that they have been stalking. This is, I am not engaging. You don't even have to say you're not engaging. You can just go radio silent. Totally and completely. Okay? Radio frickin' silent. Nine of Clubs in reverse. You know what this says? This says that your little friend, whose first initial is M, is going to be totally taken by surprise when you do this. So this tells me that Miss Obsessive is expecting you to keep playing this game as long as she plays the game. So whenever you go radio silent, whenever she goes into this mode, she's going to be shocked shitless. You're just basically going to blindside her. Okay? So it would be nice to change that energy of what we saw yesterday. This is Spirit telling you how to do that. Okay. Hello there, Manan. Welcome, welcome. Check out the description box so you can see what's going on in this live stream. I've got about 4 more minutes left here before I take off today. Glad you're here. If you guys want to participate in another live stream like this in the future, make sure that you subscribe and hit the notification bell so you know the next time I go live. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so that was for Mikey. Next, let's look at Shivani. Shivani, I know you had a question for me. So for me, Angela, I don't think of them so much as angel numbers as much as I look at them through the lens of numerology. That doesn't mean that those are not numbers that are being given to you by the divine. I believe the divine gives us synchronicities all the time to give us heads ups about things. That's what I do, guys. All right, so Shivani, are you still in the room? Okay. Well, that's more than one question. What do you really want me to look at? Will you pass your audition or will you move to Korea for training? Which one do you want me to take a peek at, my dear? La Fei. Hello, hello. Glad to see you back, my dear. You haven't been in my live stream for a long time, so I would encourage you to check out the description below so you know what's going on here. And be aware I'm planning on being here about 2 more minutes, and then it's time for me to take off. But I'm so glad to see you here. Okay, Shivani, what's your real question? Well, we're waiting for that real question. So 2s talk about finding your balance. 3s talk about creativity. And 4s talk about healing. Also, they talk about setting a foundation. 4s can talk about setting a foundation as well. But usually for me, that's about healing. And I consider healing like getting the foundation set right in our body as well. Okay, so will Saya pass the audition that she has on her mind right now? That she's asking me about. Will she pass that audition? I'm assuming, Shivani, that seems like a female name. So that's why I'm saying she. If I'm wrong, I apologize. Here's the thing, Shivani. I do think that you're going to pass your audition. I do think that they're going to call you back again for another audition. So there is going to be some time that you're going to have to wait for that second audition or that second interview or whatever it is. But I do feel like you're going to pass the first one. There's going to be some kind of callback. And then in the end, I think you are actually going to get it. But I do think that there's going to be more time involved than what you're expecting right now, okay? And the reason I say this is because you have the Sun card showing up, which to me talks about doing what makes you happy, what makes you feel productive. So we like that. The Knight of Coins, this talks about doing what you need to do to bring in the money as well. So I don't think that you're just auditioning. I think you've got some kind of side gig where you're bringing in money also. Seven of Swords in reverse. This is my callback. This is my going back to card, one of them. And so this talks about going back to perform again. With the Hanged Man, it talks about once you go back to perform again, there is some type of delay. And then you get the answer in the form of the High Priestess. They're going to actually know before they tell you for a while. But whenever they're ready is when they're going to let you know. But yes, I do think that you're going to get it. But I would not be hanging all my hopes on that one star. I would definitely be focusing on bringing in money some other kind of way until you actually get the word. Okay? Hope that makes sense for you. You've still been listening. Midnight Star. Hello, hello. I just hit my 1 hour. I'm so glad you made it. But I've been here an hour and that was my goal. I'm going to take off and then I'll be back again soon. I don't know if it'll be tomorrow because I'm working out, for heaven's sake, in Denver tomorrow. So it might not be till Tuesday that I come back. But everybody, if you would like to participate in more of these interactive live streams, definitely subscribe and hit the notification bell so you know when I do go live. I appreciate you too, Miss Angela. Thank you guys very much for being here and for all the support, all the thumbs ups, and for sharing this video all over the place. The more people I get to help, the happier I am. Everyone have a fantastic evening, and I will see you guys back on the next video. Peace out.